Welcome to the Echo Lab, the place where music's best-kept secrets come to light. In every episode, we uncover the overlooked legends, the underground classics, and the hidden influences that shape the soundtrack of generations. From cult bands and iconic session players to the untold stories behind timeless tracks. If you're a fan of deep cuts and deep dives, you're in the right place. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow so you never miss a beat. Let's get into the story behind the sound. Woody Guthrie, the Dust Bowl troubadour. He was the voice of the forgotten. Woody Guthrie, a scrawny kid from Oklahoma, armed with guitar and a heart full of grit. His songs carried the weight of a nation, its pain, its hope, its fight. He sang for the dust-choked farmers, the hungry workers, the dreamers left behind. "This land is your land," he declared, and America listened. But behind the anthems was a man battling demons, doubt, loss, a creeping shadow he couldn't outrun. This is Woody's story. Raw, real, and restless. Okmulgee, Oklahoma, 1912. The plains were tough, sun-baked, unforgiving. Woody was born Charles Woodrow Guthrie, July 14th, to Charlie and Nora, a family of music and fire. Charlie was a land dealer, a talker, a banjo player. Nora sang ballads, her voice haunting. Woody soaked it up, a kid with big eyes and a quick mind. By 6, he was humming cowboy tunes, picking up harmonica. Okmulgee was boom and bust, oil money, then nothing. The Guthries rode the waves, but trouble always found them. Tragedy hit early. Woody's sister Clara died in a fire at 9. He was 5, watching flames take his world. Nora's moods darkened, fits of rage, then silence. Woody didn't know why. Later, he'd learn it was Huntington's disease, a genetic curse eating her mind. By his teens, the family was unraveling. Charlie lost his money, burned in a fire Nora set. She was sent to an asylum, gone from Woody's life. He was 14, alone, bouncing between relatives. "I was a kid who had to grow up fast." He wrote in Bound for Glory. The pain stuck, a splinter in his soul. Music was his escape. He learned guitar from his Uncle Jeff, a square dance fiddler. Woody devoured cowboy songs, Carter family hymns, blues from street corners. He buskied in Okmulgee, his voice raw, nasal, real. He wasn't polished, didn't want to be. "I ain't no singer. I'm just a guy who knows some songs," he'd say. But those songs told stories of hard times, lost love, open roads. He was a sponge, soaking up Lee Belly's blues, Will Rogers' wit. By 16, he was a drifter, hitching rides, playing for nickels. Woody's insecurities ran deep. He was small, wiry, not handsome, curly hair, sharp eyes, a crooked grin. He felt like an outsider, too rough for the city, too restless for home. "I ain't much to look at, but I got something to say," he told a friend. He doubted his voice's worth, but never his songs. They were his truth, his fight. He scribbled lyrics on scraps, stories of dust and struggle. Okmulgee's poverty, his family's collapse, it fueled him. He wanted to be heard, to matter. The Dust Bowl hit in the 30s, and Oklahoma choked. Black blizzards buried farms, dreams, lives. Woody was in his 20s, married to Mary Jennings, a kid on the way, but the land was dead. He hit the road, joining thousands of Okies heading west. "We was running from the dust, but carry it in our bones," he wrote. He rode boxcars, slept in hobo camps, played for pennies. His guitar was his voice, raw, unyielding. He saw families starve, kids barefoot, workers cheated. It lit fire in him, a need to sing their story. In 1937, Los Angeles called. Woody landed a radio show on KFED, The Woody and Lefty Lou Show. He was 25, singing cowboy tunes with Maxine Chrisman. His voice, gruff, honest, drew listeners. He sang about Okies, migrants, the down and out. "I ain't got no home, I'm just a roam around." He sang in "I Ain't Got No Home." People listened, moved. He wasn't just a singer, he was their mirror, their voice. Radio gave him a stage, but his heart was with the road. His breakthrough came in 1940. New York City. Woody hitchhiked east, guitar slung over his shoulder. He was 28, scruffy, broke, but burning with purpose. At a migrant benefit, he met Alan Lomax, the folklorist. Lomax was floored. "This man's got the soul of America in him," he said. Lomax recorded Woody for the Library of Congress. Hours of songs, stories, grit. Tracks like Pretty Boy Floyd and Dust Bowl Blues were raw, real, cutting. Woody wasn't just singing, he was testifying. "A folk song is what's wrong and how to fix it," he said. That was his gospel. Woody saw himself as a voice for the voiceless. He wasn't chasing fame. He wanted truth. His guitar had a sign, "This machine kills fascists." He meant it. The Gads, the outside world, saw him as a hobo poet, a folk hero. But inside he was restless, haunted by Nora's illness, his own doubts. He'd play for workers, then vanish into bars, drinking hard. His marriage to Mary was fraying, too many roads, too little money. He was torn, Lubbock's kid, the world's troubadour. His songs were his anchor, where he was whole. By 1940, Woody Guthrie was America's folk poet. New York was his stage, his guitar his weapon. He was 28, wiry, intense, singing for unions, migrants, dreamers. His peak came fast. Songs like "This Land's Your Land," written in a cheap hotel, became anthems. "I saw how the land was robbed from the folks who worked it," he wrote. He sang it raw, angry, hopeful. The Almanac Singers, Pete Seeger, Lee Hayes, others joined him, playing lofts, picket lines. Their music was protest, unity, fire. Tracks like "Union Made" and "Talking Union" rallied workers. Downbeat called him "a voice that cuts like a blade." Crowds cheered, unions roared. Woody was their champion. His guitar style was simple, direct. No frills, just strums, hard, rhythmic, like a heartbeat. His Martin acoustic rang clear, chords basic but soulful. His voice nasal, rough, unpolished, was his power. "I don't sing pretty, but I sing true," he said. He wrote fast, lyrics on napkins and notebooks. Songs like "Pastures of Plenty" painted migrants' lives, dust, hope, struggle. He didn't read music, didn't need to. It was instinct, story, truth. His influences, Lead Belly's blues, Carter Family's hymns. Okie Tales shaped him, but he made them his own. Success came, but turmoil grew. Woody was a hero to workers, a star in folk circles. But inside, he was unraveling. He drank too much, wandered too long. "I'm a lonesome traveler, and it's killing me," he told Seeger. His marriage to Mary collapsed. 3 kids couldn't hold it together. He felt guilty, unworthy. Huntington's was a shadow. Nora's illness haunted him, and he feared it was his. He'd play all night, then disappear, lost in bars or boxcars. The Gadge world saw a prophet. He saw a drifter, failing his family, his dreams. In 1941, he joined the war effort, singing for troops, writing anti-fascist songs. Reuben James, about a sunk U.S. ship, was a call to arms. He signed on with the Merchant Marines, dodging U-boats, guitar in hand. "I'd rather sing than sink," he joked. But the road wore him down. He married Marjorie Mazia, a dancer, in 1945, found love again. They moved to Coney Island, had kids. He wrote 1913 Massacre, a gut punch about murder miners. His songs were sharper, angrier, but fame didn't fit. He'd play for free, skip paid gigs, give cash to strangers. His solo work marked a shift. By the mid-40s, Woody was restless. The almanacs faded, and he went alone, recording with Mo Ash. The Ash recording songs like Hard Travelin', Jesus Christ, were raw, unfiltered. He wrote kid songs too, like Riding in My Car, for his daughter Kathy. "I wanted her to know the world's beauty, not just its pain," he said. But Huntington's was creeping in, tremors, slurred words. He hid it, drank more, fought more. Marjorie saw it, begged him to slow down. He couldn't. "I gotta keep moving," he told her. By the 50s, decline came fast. Woody was in his 40s, body betraying him. Huntington's took his hands, his voice. He was hospitalized, then released, wandering again. "I'm a ghost with guitar," he wrote. He'd play when he could, but the notes were shaky. His kids, Arlo, Nora, saw a dad who loved them but couldn't stay. Marjorie cared for him, but it was hard. He was committed to a hospital in 1952, then Greystone in 56. Fans sent letters, but Woody couldn't write back. His light was fading. His legacy grew despite it. This Land Is Your Land became America's song, schools, campfires, protests. Bob Dylan, a kid from Minnesota, visited Woody, sang his songs. He was my hero, my map, Dylan said. The folk revival exploded. Seeger, Joan Baez, Phil Oakes, all carried Woody's torch. His songs inspired civil rights, anti-war fights. Deportee, about migrant deaths, hit hard in the 60s. His music was truth, struggle, hope, bound for glory. His book painted his life, hobo, dreamer, fighter. Woody died in 1967, age 55. Huntington's took him, but not his songs. They lived in Dylan's voice, Springsteen's grit, Wilco's covers. The Woody Guthrie Center opened in Tulsa. His archive's alive. His guitar still kills fascists through Arlo, through protests, through every kid who sings this land. He was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, the Rock Hall. His net worth, small in life, grew through royalties, tributes. Reflect on Woody, a man who carried America's pain in his strings. He wasn't perfect, drunk, restless, haunted, but he sang for the underdog, the broken, the dreamers. I ain't dead yet, he wrote, even in the hospital. His songs aren't either. They're in the air, the fields, the fight. Woody's gone, but his voice, it's still singing, still wandering, still free. Thanks for hanging out with the Echo Lab. Whether you're listening on your favorite podcast app or watching on YouTube, we appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow, subscribe, and drop a review or comment to let us know what you think. Got a band, topic, or a deep cut you want featured? Shoot us a message. Until next time, this is the Echo Lab, where we dive into the story behind the sound.